And my heart just broke in that moment. But I also got it because I realized that I feel this way as well most of the time. There's this passage in the book of Deuteronomy that stands out to me when I think about God's unconditional love for his people, and it's from chapter 7. It's verses 6 through 9, so I just want to read them to you right now. It says, "For you are a people holy to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you out of all the peoples on the face of the earth to be his people, his treasured possession. The Lord did not set his affection on you and choose you because you were more numerous than all the other peoples, for you were the fewest of all peoples. But it was because the Lord loved you and kept his oath he swore to your ancestors that he brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you from the land of slavery, from the power of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Know therefore that the Lord your God is your God. He is a faithful God, keeping his covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who love him and keep his commandments." It's interesting how God is continually reminding us, particularly in the Old Testament, of how he belongs to his people and his people belong to him. But here's the most, I think, fascinating and countercultural thing about that. Being someone who belongs to God is always about God's love for us, not about our qualifications. God didn't choose this small group of people that it's talked about in this passage because they were great and mighty like him. He didn't choose them based on any merit of their own. We've also been chosen by God and are loved by God just because. Let that sink in. Years ago, I was teaching children's church, and the lesson was the story of how all the kids tried to come to Jesus and the disciples kept them away from Jesus. And he says, "Let the little children come to me." And the disciples did that because children were not considered valuable or worth much in the time. And so I asked the kids during the lesson, I said, "Why do you think Jesus wants to spend time with you? Why does he love you?" And every single kid, every single one of them said something along the lines of, "Well, because I'm nice," or "because I do what I'm told," or "because I'm kind." And you guys, my heart just broke in that moment. But I also understood it because I feel that way most of the time too. At least I live like I do. I tend to live as if God only loves me if I'm being a good person. But this passage in Deuteronomy reminds us that God is faithful even when we're not, and he keeps his promises over and over again, even when we break ours. And it's simply because God loves us with the most perfect, unconditional love possible. Our call is not just to receive that love from God, but to walk faithfully in it, to live like we are loved by him.